At 1:30 p.m. on a Thursday, officers responded to a report of a hit-and-run involving a pedestrian. These are the events that followed.
He comes to a stop, and then I'm like, all right, bet. So I stop like this to stand in front of him, and then he continues to accelerate into my legs to get me to move out the way. And he's like looking at me like yelling, and that's when I got mad. I was
you're yelling at him to stop.
Yeah, I'm like, you need to stop. Yeah, but he could like, I understand when somebody lets go of their brakes and then their car hits you a little bit. This dude pushed my legs in with his car. Like,
I made any medical.
No. I've trust me. I've been
but the car definitely did hit you.
But he hit me like he stepped on the gas to get the fuck out of his way, and that's what he was implying.
Even after, I know this is stupid because we're between, this is a crash hit and run, and between this is like an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, so
it goes from one criminal charge to another criminal charge. I'm just trying to make sure I have all the elements.
Yeah, so I have like the whole crew of people that seen it down there because they was all on the equipment, so they watched all of this go down, and they were like, "Yo, what the f is he doing?" So I said, "Stop."
Yeah.
He pushes his car right up on my legs and tries to move me out of my way, and then that's when I'm like, "Yo, you're seriously gonna fucking hit me with your car right now?" And then he's like, "Oh, like I need to go and turn left here. Like I need to turn left," and I'm like, "Bro, I don't care. You're not gonna hit me with your car trying to move me out your way." And then he was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to," and I was like, "No, bro, you that's not."
So you let him know that he hit you.
Yeah, I let him know. I let him know that I didn't my legs. Yeah, and then he drove off. So
all right. So it sounds like this is more of an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Is that how you want to pursue with things? Do you want to pursue with charges for that?
I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, I just don't have any, like, I'm not physically hurt. So, I mean, but if that still counts under it,
if we have witnesses and you're saying that the vehicle did touch you.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm not doubting you on that at all. That dude drove his whole hood into my leg and tried to push me, like, with his car for a second, and I was like, bro.
All right, you can use the back of my car. I just need basic information here at the top. Just explain the whole sentence. You care directing traffic, and then what happened after that. I mean, be as clear as, like, the stuff I told you to repeat, just kind of repeat that in there. You Donald?
No. Here.
There Donald that resides here, that drives that?
Yes. Come here.
Where is he?
Augie.
Is he friendly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, hold on.
All right.
Okay, here. Come here. I saw that now.
I know.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
It's good.
Still sober after all these years. Thank you for all you do. I wouldn't have your job for $1 million. maybe even more than that at this point.
Hello, Donald.
Hello. How are you?
Good. I just got some questions for you today. Before I ask the questions, I gotta read you something from this card.
Okay.
I'm Deputy Lane with the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. I'm here investigating an aggravated battery. I have to read you the back of the card now. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used as evidence against you. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him or her with you now or anytime during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, will be appointed to represent you. If at any time you wish to stop talking or have an attorney present, all questions will be stopped at your request. Do you understand these rights?
Sure.
Okay. With these rights in mind, are you still willing to talk to me?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what this is about.
I said it's in reference to an investigation for an aggravated battery.
Me?
Yes.
Again, I don't even know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Charlie 111 Flagler. I'm 1012 with my suspect. I mean, it's a yes or no. Are you still willing to talk to me?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So earlier today, were you driving that Porsche?
I was.
Were you on Camino del Rey with all that construction going on?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Do you mind just telling me what happened with the person directing traffic, if you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I think I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I came through up the beach, and then I came up to the four-way stop, like leading straight into Hammock Dunes.
Mm-hmm.
And they wouldn't allow us to turn left there.
Mm-hmm.
There was there was a lot of commotion. Traffic was going through real fast, and a lot of different things going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "Can I go straight?" And he said, "Yes." So I went straight in order to turn around and then go back up A1A and come in through Jungle Hut, and then come back down so I could turn into this, make a left turn in there because they weren't allowing us. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
And so I went that way, and sure enough, there was a lot of traffic there, so we waited. So a couple of cars ahead of me turned and tried to go down, and I think they might have been trying to turn to the left too. I'm not sure.
Okay, so they were going oncoming traffic.
Well, it wasn't oncoming. They were letting traffic go in the left lane. In
Okay.
other words, there was a bunch of equipment. I mean, from here to that truck over there, maybe. There was a bunch of equipment there, and they were like stopped. So some of the cars, and then there was a guy in the opposite lane that was going slow or stopped. Okay?
Okay.
And so some of these people, one person tried to go and they said no, they stopped her. And then another person in front of me actually went down the road and turned around. They stopped him too because the stop sign still was reading stop on the sign.
Okay.
And the sign was right about the entrance here.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get in this entrance. So we all waited a little while longer, and finally it went to slow in that lane. And I was maybe one car or two cars behind all the equipment. So I pulled out, and if what you're talking about, there was a fella, when I started going down, hoping that I'd get down there and make that left turn because all this equipment was parked there. It wasn't a line of cars, it was all equipment. And so when I went down there, I could see a fella come out. There was one guy on the left and another one came out on the right side. I think he was the right side, I'm not sure. And he came running up to me like this. And he ran up to the hood of my car.
Yeah.
And he ran right up to the hood of my car.
Yeah.
And he hit my car. I was stopping at the time. So I walked around to the window and he says, "What are you fucking trying to run over me?" And I said, "No, I'm sorry if you thought that. I was stopping. You ran up to my car, and I was moving slow. I mean, it was maybe 1 mile an hour because we were almost stopped." So with that, I just waited there, and sure enough, they started letting us go because the sign was slow. They were letting the traffic go. So I was already around the left side of the equipment at that point. So I think I was like the first person to go, and then I went a short distance and turned left into the entrance. But this person ran out there, and I mean, I didn't hit that person, if that's where you're going. He ran right up to the car and hit the front of the car.
So that it wasn't your intention to hit him?
Of course not.
Okay. Because, I mean, he's claiming that he had you stopped, and then you revved your engine and went into him, and I have two witnesses also corroborating that story.
Other workers there?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I never. He came right up to me, and
Was anybody in the car with you?
no,
It was just you?
just me.
Okay.
And he came right up to me, and I think he hit the car, and he said, "Stop." And the car might have moved right there. He was running. I mean, he was not running fast, but he was coming up there like that, and he got out of the car. And I mean, why would I run over somebody? I mean, that's just somebody maybe is looking. I'm driving a nice car, maybe taking advantage of the situation.
I can see if he just claimed that we had no other witnesses, but I mean, the other witnesses' stories were almost exactly the same, and I spoke to them, separately, making sure I'm doing my due diligence with the investigation here, and they both described the same exact incident, that you came out into oncoming traffic, not listening to them.
It wasn't not listening.
I know, it's not oncoming. No, I know it's not oncoming traffic.
Okay.
It was down to one lane,
Yes.
but it was still a lane that you weren't supposed to be in at that time. And they said you were impatient. You came out and then you stopped, and then he's waving you down, told you to stop, and then he's waiting for the other traffic, and then that's when you hit him with the car.
There was no other traffic, and I didn't hit him with the car. He ran up to the car. I mean, with the confusion going on, the car could have lunged a little bit, but nothing like I gave it the gas and tried to run him over or anything like that.
Okay. That's not like a manual transmission or anything like
Pardon
that?
me?
It's not a manual transmission? It's automatic?
It's automatic.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's automatic.
All right. Just hang out for a second.
And they had a mess up there going on without. In fact, I was surprised the police weren't there with everything that was going on too. They had all sorts of aggravated people trying to turn around on the road,
Yeah,
trying to go that
I understand.
way.
All right.
It was a
If
mess.
you wouldn't mind with me just standing at the end of the driveway, we're going to have the victim come and drive by and see if he can identify you.
Okay.
So if you wouldn't mind just standing over here in the grass,
Sure.
that'd be appreciated.
Is he claiming he was hurt or something like that? Or that?
He's not claiming he was hurt, but he was claiming he was hit by a car. And in the state of Florida, that counts as aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. The way he and
is so
two
false.
other third-party witnesses are stating it happened is you were impatient, you came out, and you saw that he was there, and then you revved your engine and kept claiming you need to get around him, and then that's when you struck him with the vehicle, pushing him back.
When he was there, he was in front of the car. He stopped, so I couldn't go anywhere, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I tried to explain to him, I'm just trying to turn left into this intersection.
I understand, but when somebody in a yellow jacket who's directing traffic around, construction going on, you need to abide by the traffic control devices that they have set up.
Well, it was confusing because it had turned
Well, 11 on 3.
slow. It had turned too slow, and then the sign went to slow, and I couldn't tell how many
10-4.
cars. There were other cars that were workers in that lane.
Okay. Just stand right there for me, okay? This is why.
Did he explain to you what we're doing?
Yeah, he said.
Why you're flight 214?
He said that I'm pretty much gonna identify him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is right there on that little bend before we came in, or not I guess on that side. If we would have kept going straight, this is where he actually did it, and then he said you had to turn in left. He was freaking out, saying he had to turn left. I mean, he's got his glasses off, but yeah, it's the same shirt, and it's literally the same hair.
Alright, so are you 100%?
Yeah, it was literally the exact same Porsche. The only thing that's different now is he doesn't have his sunglasses on, and I think he was wearing a black hat too, but I don't think he's got that on either.
So the only difference, he just doesn't have his...
He just doesn't have the glasses and the hat on, but the same gray hair, the same face, the same shirt.
Well, 11 copies. Okay. I mean, just based on my... Well, 11 copies. I mean, based on the witness statements, based on the victim identifying you as driving the Porsche that he photographed, hitting him, I have probable cause to make an arrest for a aggravated battery.
It's the craziest thing I've ever. Like he was hit with a car.
Okay. I just got a few more questions for you. Do you know what year it is?
Do I know what year it is?
Yes. I know they're going to sound crazy. It's just something I have to put in my report.
1922.
Do you know who the President of the United States is?
Biden.
Okay. Do you know how many quarters are in a dollar?
4.
Do you know where we're located right now?
Yes. 10 San Marco 4.
In what city?
Coast.
And then county and state?
Flagler County.
All right. Do you have any weapons on you? Anything I should be aware of?
No.
Okay. No knives, guns, anything
On me?
like that? Yeah, on you.
No.
You don't have anything? Okay. You've been compliant with me. I don't have to put the handcuffs on behind you. I'll just put them on in the front so it's more comfortable while we drive down. Excuse me, ma'am?
He's arresting me for some loony that is claiming I hit him with the car. And he ran up, put his hood on the car, put his hands on the car, and there were his other buddies were standing there and then he was swearing, cussing, and said, you're gonna run me over or something like that.
Okay.
No.
So if you wouldn't mind just putting your hands out like that.
Let me.
Oh, this is absurd.
Of course. You know what this is all about.
Keep that.
Okay.
And you just double lock them so they don't close in on you. You're not having any medical complaints?
Right now?
No. Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right. Am I just walking me down to my car over here?
So where
I
are
can-
you going?
I can explain everything to you. We'll just do it at my car once he's secured in my back seat, and I'll let you know.
Do you want me to come with you?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
What a joke.
So before I put you back there, I just have to pat you down just to make sure. There's nothing else on you that I should be aware of? Any other property? Alright, just take a seat in the back there. That's set up so, yeah, yep. You just kind of slide in like you normally would, and then that's made so that I can buckle you.
Okay. Yeah. Sore neck.
Sorry about that. Alright. I can open that partition for you to let some AC back. It is going to get a little hot because it's not easily ventilated. Just let me know if you get hotter than... Alright. Charlie 111 flag line. 1 second. Whiskey Mike 1015. Alright, so earlier today he was driving a Porsche. He was eastbound on Camino Del Mar. They're doing a bunch of construction over there. What happened was, according to the victim and 2 other witnesses, I mean they're not close co-workers. They're basically third party. He cut out into the oncoming lane against their wishes. They're telling him, hey, stop, stay here, you can't go. He cuts out, then he is told to stop by our victim. The victim, comes over, has him stop. He apparently stops in the roadway, and then he's, standing in front of the vehicle, and then that's when he revs his engine and drives into him. That's
hard for me to believe because he is a gentleman.
I understand. We're going off of 2 witnesses, and the victim's statements. They're all exactly the same. I had to drive back and forth to different locations where these workers were, and I asked them these questions, separately, and they all gave the same exact story.
Well, maybe they all talk to one another,
See,
instead of, hey, oh,
that's
here
why-
we go.
that's
Here we got a
why-
guy in a Porsche. Let's just
That's
screw him
why
over.
it was handled the way it was. They had no idea the police were called. It was actually the victim. He called on his own. It wasn't like a job site. They were like, well, what are you guys here for? They had no idea. So
I just find that really, he would not, he's the
understand.
kindest man you've ever met in your life.
I understand, but that's what we're going off of.
So now what
So
happens?
he's going to be transported down to the Flagler County inmate facility in Bunnell.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
He committed a felony, man. That's why we're doing it the way we're doing it. I don't have any discretion when it comes to making a felony arrest. Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say happy anniversary, honey.
Yeah.
You might want to talk to Greg Urgel.
Okay.
Okay, so you can Google it, or it's at 1002 Justice Lane in Bunnell. He'll be booked in there, and then he'll know how much his bond is. I don't personally set that.
All right. So you're taking him to prison?
The jail, ma'am.
The jail.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's in Bunnell.
Bunnell, yes, 1002 Justice Lane.
1002 Justice Lane. And can I go there now? Or can he come out of here once?
It's gonna be a while before he's booked in. It's gonna be at least 2 hours before he's booked in, and then
There's over there.
he was over.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any further questions?
No. So do you have a phone number or anything I can call there? Or
You
can
can.
he come over? He's going to be with me.
Yeah, you can come over.
Come
Yeah.
over here, Mike.
My partner wasn't here. He didn't know you were here as well, sir.
They're going to take.
I put the dangerous dog away.
He's a big dog.
Yeah.
Listen, his favorite thing is the ball, and his other favorite thing is being petted by anybody that'll spend time petting him.
Yep.
Well, they're going to take him to jail.
So we have probable cause to support he committed an aggravated battery with his vehicle when he struck one of the workers over there who were directing traffic. We had 2 witnesses who were completely separate. When I interviewed them, give the exact same story as to what happened to what the victim was claiming.
Understand, so what's the bail requirement?
That's set by the jail. I don't personally set that. It is a felony though, so it's going to be. Nope, you're good to go. I appreciate it. Thank you.
What about me? What if I need you?
All right. So I have to wait a couple hours, right?
It's going to be a couple hours. You'll be able to contact people from the
It's
jail.
the Bunnell. It's at 1000.
1002 Justice Lane.
We're going into land of the hangar all the time.
Okay.
Yes.
Just
Take
about-
State Road 11.
It's Staley's Green Roof Inn. I know just where it is. We do the sheriff thing.
It's unfortunate what happened here today, but you know.
Listen, you're doing your job.
So what happens now? Do I have to get a lawyer?
That's down the road. He's gonna see a judge for first appearance, and then they'll let him know.
I'm going to keep him overnight?
I don't know.
Maybe.
It's possible. This isn't a domestic case, so he doesn't have to stay overnight. I don't know how it's going to work with the felony charge. I don't personally set that. That's all set by the jail. I just drive people there and type out the arrest report.
Deputy Lane, you're doing your job. I can explain all this to her. We're okay.
Okay.
We understand.
All right, well then.
It's messed up, but it is what it is.
All right. Try to have a better day.
He was charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. He received a deferred prosecution and was required to complete a 4-hour anger management course. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this.
I can also roll down a window.